because I'm not just a writer for myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to put myself in your body and say what I
You
think
know,
you
we
would
had a
say.
lot of people up here. Nobody never said that I would want to hang with, you know, with that person for a few days, or even a few days or a few
3 days is
hours,
great.
just to see their vibe. Nobody never said that. Everybody, people like, oh, I don't mind. I'll collaborate with him or her, but you don't even know.
I have to know you.
What's there?
I can't
What's
even
going
make a
on?
song like my music is like so real. I can't make a fake song.
Right.
Like you can't say, yo, make a love song. If I'm not in love, I can't make it.
Right.
Yeah.
See,
You know what I'm saying?
that's the difference I think about from a lot of other artists, because a lot of artists can just write. You actually take time to really care about what you're writing, even if it's for somebody else or it's for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what sets you apart from a lot of people. Is that you could have writers out here, they could just write about anything, give it to a rapper, and then he could go rap it, and that's what happens almost 90% of the time. Now.
Like they literally come to them with the songs already done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all he does, all the person does is go inside the booth and do whatever he want to do.
That's more like a ghostwriter.
It's ridiculous.
But that's how it's always been. I could even say from when rap first started, hip hop first started, there was a lot of ghostwriters back in the day.
I call it
We ain't gonna say no names,
Microwave
right?
music.
Hit the button 2.5 minutes later, you got a song. And I think, again, that's what, again, like you just mentioned, you know, our appreciation of you. Let's obviously go take a step back. Obviously, for those who know, your father,
Yeah.
ran these streets hard when rodeo was a schooling.
I knew about the rooftop days, 8th Avenue, and everything.
That's why.
Because ironically, hip hop
Started
really there, and still to this day they use the formality of the names and everything and who was the players
Part
in
of
the
pop
game.
culture, without question.
Yeah, definitely.
So from that standpoint, through your background, you've had some struggles, got in some situations that we won't need to name right now. But from a standpoint of all those things that's happened, do you feel that making your music, because of that family lineage, has become harder? Where you have to, like LeBron James kids probably got to play 10 times harder
gotta
than
prove
everybody.
yourself.
Right. So from that standpoint, is it like you've been in a situation where I got to go harder because of what, you know, whether you think about good, bad, or ugly, it's a lineage.
It's harder for me because they think I'm rich already.
Right.
Like, so the people in the industry, they don't, like, I say for example, right, you got a kid from the Bronx or Harlem or Queens or whatever, and he's coming out and, you know, he came from nothing, like Bobby Shmurda, right? Free Bobby Shmurda, right? He comes from nothing, he's in the streets, nobody handed him anything, his song didn't even have a hook.
Right.
And he just explodes. You know what I'm saying? He take Lloyd Banks' beat, did a freestyle over it, and blew up.
Yeah.
And it made Meek Mill want to help him. It made mad people want to help him because they looked at it like, yo, this kid is from the struggle.
Right.
So when I speak from my struggling point, they don't believe it. They like, this kid is born with a silver spoon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like anything that I get into, they compare it to that. Like, oh, well, he doesn't need help.
Right.
But one thing they need to realize, it wasn't born no silver spoon. You know, the streets was one part of living,
That money was
and
not
then it was
big.
another part of what you was living.
It wasn't no
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, you know, regardless,
trust
a lot of us did two sides of the sidewalk. The streets were the street, but home was home. You was home. That was the streets. It wasn't like it was combined. Whatever was done in the streets, it was streets. I know once they came in that house, boom, I'm a father. He left the streets out there.
So I didn't even get to read.
Right.
Like, I didn't even get his coat until he got out of prison.
Right.
And that was just something that I wanted because the fashion of today, I feel like he made it. I feel like people don't give him the credit because of the negative stuff, but I feel like it's contradicting. Like, you can't say, I'm a changed person, or I'm an entertainer, or I'm like anything that has anything to do with sending a positive message and still criticize him for his wrong.
Right. Yes,
That doesn't make sense. You can't discredit a man for fashion because of what he did in the streets.
I'm glad what you said. Did Dapper Dan ever reach? Did you ever reach out to Dapper Dan? Because he recently started promoting all those jackets from the 80s and early 90s, the Gucci and Louis Vuitton. Did Dapper ever reach out to you?
I didn't reach out to Dap, and Dap didn't reach out to me.
I think that's something that should be done.
I mean, when I get on that level, I'm sure that, you know, he'll probably reach out. But at this point, like, I actually have, like, access to all the clothing.
Right.
Like the clothing is still there. It's not gone. It's not misplaced. Like it's all put up in plastic inside of a store.
Yeah.
You understand? So I have access to the actual clothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I could make a damn museum of arts for fashion and just put all these pieces up. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like people contradict themselves when you on a platform like this. This is positive. Right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all helping me. Y'all helping me reach out to fans, even if it's 2 or 3 that I didn't have before. Right. So if I'm gonna stand here and say I'm a rapper, I'm an artist, I'm a writer, I'm an actor, whatever it is, I can't sit there and say, oh fuck 6ix9ine because he ratted. That don't make sense. It's contradicting. Now it might not be something of your liking, but that's your personal opinion. It has nothing to do with the message you send the kids.
We're talking to Popperazzi Poe, artist extraordinaire. Now it's this time of the show. Betty has a question.
I got a question.
She's like, oh, me. She was like, I started this. All right, we didn't forget you.
Question 1, Betty. Question 1.
So, what inspired you to make music? That was the first time
Tupac's departure.
Ow, I like Tupac.
I was real young, right? And my mom was in the streets, and that's all they played was like the Chronic. Like I was so tired of it. Like I hated Rockefeller. I hated freaking Onyx. I hated 36 Chambers.
Now we in Queens now. Like Onyx.
It's not nothing as personal. I was a kid.
Right.
I didn't understand.
Throw your guns.
Playing my Game Boy.
Poe, I see too many guns out here. I don't need no more guns.
I'm playing my Game Boy, and I'm like, Mom, close the door.
What was it about Tupac that blazed you?
Tupac was like a chameleon. He could do all types of music. It wasn't just one.
Nah.
Like me personally, I'm from New York, but I don't like hearing bars all the time. I want music that's gonna influence my day sometimes. Like sometimes those silly songs like, oh, I woke up this morning and I could see the sun. I wanna hear stuff like that.
Right. Depends on your feeling of the day.
It's a nice day. Like, you know, I can't wake up to, my hair's so
breakfast.
big. I could drop a milk. Like, I can't wake up to that stuff. So Tupac influenced me in a way where he showed me, like, you don't gotta stop there. Because he was lyrical. But he also made different types of music. He also was acting. He also was behind the scenes dancing. He played whatever position he had to play to make it work for his team at the moment.
He made a dream come true.
Tupac was a political person, you know.
Yeah, he was.
Tupac was a lot of different things. Now he was the last thing he would always say he was an entertainer. He was a lot more.
Yeah, he was like so many different things.
And poetry was
still
really deep.
Not even being alive, he helps me. You understand? Like I listen to his music when I'm going through certain stuff. Like when I did time in my life, right? I went to a maximum prison, and being me and going to a maximum prison is not the best part of your bid. And I had to literally listen to him before I left my cell to give myself the courage to survive in this place, because it was like being a 20-year-old kid in a max prison and everybody hates you for no apparent reason.
Well, yeah.
It's just like,
you know what, you make a very good point. Again, talking to Popperazzi Poe.
because everybody hated Tupac, so I used to listen to his music and like try to figure out like how he make it through.
But there's a lot of synergy between you and Pac, because, you know, again, like you just mentioned, it's not all just, you're not just running down one street. You go variation where people want to perceive you not, and they want to use other things that you have zero control over, control the controllable. You can't control what went on with other generations in your family, but yet people want to put it on you. So there is things
condemned because of his family ties.
Right.
Like cops hated him already. They didn't even give him a chance to mess up.
Right.
Like they didn't even say like, yo, let's see if he grows to be a knucklehead. And that's what they did with me in the industry. As soon as I got there, it was like behind the scenes, it was like, yo, we respect you, we love you, you know what I'm saying? And then when it came down to me being on the cross like Jesus, they was throwing stones. And I was like, damn, I was just in Miami just a week ago. And I didn't even know who they was. They ran up on me and was like, yo, I'm a fan, I'm this, I'm that, I seen your interview, and I'm like, all right, cool.
And I think that's why, you know, again, it's a hard game, and you're learning the lumps, but that's why, again, the way you're moving. Again, I'm just gonna beam to death with good music. And again, like when I saw your Instagram and when Betty tagged me, then the art form, the imagery you put out, because today's music is not just audio, it's visual.
Yeah.
And you know that. So from a standpoint, you're putting out things that people have to stop and look at.
Yeah.
Because even me, I'm older too. I'm like, okay, I'm not hearing. Oh, I want more of this.
I got my own character.
There you go. Yeah.
Like, that's how much of an
You ain't that skinny now, man. I'm
like, this was like this is like kind of a part of what the question she asked, like what inspired me, right?
Yeah.
When I was little, this is the person that I seen myself as when I grew up.
Joe, put that to the camera real quick. No. Now,
Just walk over.
no, you can stand right there. They'll zoom you in. Now, for our radio audience, let me just turn around and give it play-by-play. It's like almost like
got a Gucci
the
suit
Riddler
on.
there.
Oh, he got buttercup. I like buttercup.
You know what I'm saying? All right.
Like, this was like me. Like when I was a kid, for some strange reason, right? Because of Tupac, I wore the bandanas. I used to ride on my bike. I used to say, yo, I want a chipped tooth so I could look like Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like I want a cut on my face so I could look like him and above the rim. Like I want to be like Tupac. Look at me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like that's why I got it tattooed on me, because this was like what I imagined myself to be when I was a 9-year-old kid.
Let me ask you,
Hold on a second, bro. Go ahead, Josh. You wanted to ask something.
I want to know how you got your name.
Popperazzi?
Yeah.
From a female CO on Record Zone.
You smiling now. But there's something more to it.
Sweet.
Cause he smiled like, CEO.
We're not gonna say no
Does
names.
she still work here?
I will say her name.
We will not. We will not need that issue. No.
No, she's not gonna be mad. She's gonna be happy.
Oh.
I think she wants the recognition for
Well,
that.
go right ahead. Paparazzi ain't gonna stop.
Her name was Miss Cortez. She was from Fort Greene. She had green eyes. She was like the most.
Oh,
beautiful
good.
woman.
I thought it was somebody we knew at first. I was like, oh, Lord.
You might know.
No.
Wow. That's what I'm trying to
Let
stop.
me call it.
You might know a lot of the same
Nobody.
ones, because all the female officers like me, but the guys didn't.
But
So that's how that happened. Like I used to be like one of the kids in the adolescents that had like all like celebrity visitors. So like everybody used to be on the visit floor with their people, but they was just watching me because I would have people, you know, that are in the music industry or big time actors or, you know, executives, whatever, coming to see me. So she was like, everybody's always worried about what you're wearing. And also, I want to state, I was like one of the trendsetters for like this real tight pants thing that y'all hate.
Thank you for starting that trend. Thank you.
We appreciate
We appreciate
It was
you.
actually my mom. You know, that's like from my Hispanic side, she didn't like the big jeans.
Right,
She had
bell
me,
bottoms.
yeah, she had me
So
like
you had a
this.
crease in your joints
Nah,
too?
but this tight and it's just like, come on, bro. Like, can you really feel your body right now?
I mean, it's natural to me. If you've been doing it since you were like 11 years old,
Yeah.
it's like your clothes don't feel right if they're not tight.
Right, no
Like you,
doubt.
like look at my pants. If my pants was a little bit bigger than this, I'll be upset.
But at least you would have. What I say is, at least they're above your waist.
Yeah.
Now, what kills me is the ones with the tight pants with the belt, and they can't walk because it's below their
Because
ass.
they want to show the belt. They that's the thing. It's not really.
Yeah, educate the old man.
Yeah, they want to show the belt. That's the point of it. It's like if I stand up, right, you can't see my belt.
Good.
So I just spent $2,000 on a belt that you can't
I
see.
need you to be recognized.
Now, when I sag it, it's like, oh wow.
There you
You know what
go.
I'm saying? That's what it is.
But who wants to see your behind hanging out with your crusty jaws and a belt? I'm sorry.
The particular females he's targeting.
There you go.
Jesus help us.
Yeah, but it's different females that like different stuff. It's girls that when you hit the corner with your pants sagging, they like ill, and then there's the girls on the other side of the street that's like, hey.
I like them drawers.
I want to ask a deep question. Do you think music saved you from your life, or you feel that you want to save music to enhance your life? Because some people always say,
it did save me because first jail saved me.
Right.
Even though it was real bad, it was rough for me, but I think it would have been way worse if I was home because the path that I was going down.
You think you was trying to, trying to emanate your father in a sense?
In dressing, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But not in lifestyle.
Not in life.
I don't want to be a drug dealer.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Not for me, at least, because of the heat that he has.
Right.
So it's like, okay, do I really want to be a drug dealer? If I'm already being shadowed by this,
Right, exactly.
you don't think the feds is watching and waiting for me to be a drug dealer?
I think you'll be a good mentor to young people. I think they need, because you're a young man, they need to hear another young
Well, he's
guy.
gonna be on non-free network. He don't even know it yet.
It's crazy because Horizon Juvenile Center reached out to me, Gang Intelligence,
Yeah.
and they want me to come talk to the kids. So that's crazy that you said that, because I was actually locked up, and they had it was 15 officers. They just ran inside where I was at, and I was in the corner smoking. I'm like, yo, why the police here coming so deep? And they're like, yo, pack up. I'm like, what happened? Like, you gotta go to administration segregation. I'm like, why? I'm like, oh, you're a famous rapper and you got millions of views and people want to hurt. I'm like, nah, I'm right here. Like, I'm good. And it was like, no. And they really wanted to talk to me about talking to the kids.
Yeah, we had T.I. Lee like a month and a half ago, and he does the
shout out
same
to T.I.
thing.
Lee.
Yeah.
It's crazy
It's
because we had a conversation like probably 2 years ago about that.
Yes, that's a fact.
That's such a good
Yeah,
one.
that's a good look, man.
Oh, you got some stuff I knew you had to talk. Okay.
During your time that you served in jail,
Yeah.
was there a person that you could say that you looked up to there? Maybe
In
Miss
prison?
Cortez or
Miss Cortez.
No, I didn't look up at
Miss Cortez.
Miss Cortez looked up at him.
was there one little seedling in that whole process?
Hello, Miss
One
Cortez.
person that served as an inspiration to you.
While I was in prison,
Yeah.
it was this rap hunter that I met in the max prison, right? He was the one that inspired me to get gold teeth when I got out. Because he was the coolest Puerto Rican dude with gold teeth with life. And I didn't understand it. I didn't, I was just in the shower one day, and he comes in, and he's all neat, and his shit is done up, and he's dressed up, and he got his chain and all that. And I'm looking at the dude, and he like, yo, I like your Gucci sneakers, and I'm like, thank you. And he like, yeah, I never seen a 20-year-old kid with Gucci sneakers in prison, and you still got them. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I never seen nobody with gold teeth and a chain.
And you still have them. So what's your point?
So what we gonna do here? We gonna go. I'm gonna take your teeth and chain. You gonna take my sneakers?
Yeah, I'm thinking the worst. I'm like,
Right.
it's coming from my sneakers.
Right,
But
right.
he's just like, nah, yo, where you from? So I told him Spanish, Harlem, whatever. We start chopping it up, and I just like the way he moved. So I think him, I kind of looked up to him because for somebody who, my thought of having life is my life is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His thought of having life is that he still has a life.
Yeah.
For you to still wake up, get dressed, stay clean, stay sharp, still work out.
Faculties.
Yo, it looked like nothing was wrong with him.
Right.
He had a Miss Cortez somewhere.
Yeah.
In there. Yo, it looked like it was nothing wrong with this dude. He was just so regular. I'm like, he must have to cry in himself.
Yeah. So we all deal with adversity different.
Betty, you got
Before we go break, I got another Betty question.
Yes.
Betty, what's number 2?
Ow. So who would you like to collaborate with? Cardi.
Again, I want to do another song with Cardi. Gucci Man.
Ow.
Gucci Man.
Cause I really only mess with the artists that did something real big.
Yeah.
Gucci Man put 50 artists on that we know today.
Yeah.
And he was the underdog because he came in the game beefing with Jeezy.
Yeah.
And Jeezy was Hove had Jeezy right here. He's an executive. So that's just another thing that just shows me you could still make it. There's no such thing as being blackballed. There's
right.
Gucci Man, Waka. Shouts to Aunt Deb. I wish that was my manager. I see what she do.
Right.
Gucci Man, Waka.
Any New York Jay?
Nah, I know. I
Nah.
don't want to work with Jay at all. I'm a Tupac fan. Anybody who had beef with Pac?
Oh, you loyal. I like you.
So you gotta want to work with Dre, man.
Dr. Dre?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, that's a legend.
I think that Dr. Dre knows exactly what to do. Like I think like he picks and chooses artists that he wants to
Oh,
rap.
yeah. question.
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
at this point. Yeah.
But like, I don't think if it's anymore.
Give me one more intense.
How about Drake?
No. I don't want to work with Drake.
There we go. That was-
No ghostwriting.
No
And with that being said,
No ghostwriting.
take a break. We'll come back. Paparazzi Pope Nafi Lounge. Come on back.
All right.
Ow.
Let's get it.
Yeah,
All right,
stop
we'll
it.
take a break and come right back.
No,
Good?
that 20